What's up guys? This is Sarah Lagrosa, isang nurse na naging agency owner dito sa abroad, specifically in Canada. And in this pilot episode, kasi nag-decide ako mag-launch ng YouTube channel as part of my giving back sa Filipino community. So itong channel na to guys, we're gonna talk about mga usapang negosyo, buhay, at personal development. Because I fully believe na yung tatlong yon, if you focus all your energy on those three things around your life, anything that matters to you, anybody that matters to you, yun yung magiging improvement. May it be money, relationship, and overall, yung buhay mo. So in this episode guys, very excited ako dito kasi share ko sa inyo yung mga pinakamalalaking realization ko na na-experience ko nung binubuo ko yung journey ko dito sa Canada as business owner. Para to sa mga tao, especially you guys na gusto nyong magnegosyo or you wanna pursue something outside what you're doing right now, yung 9 to 5 nyo. You wanna give more meaning to your life. Pero you're on the fence kasi marami kayong sinasabi sa mga sarili nyo, and papatunayan ko sa inyo na hindi yun yung rason kung bakit hindi nagiging successful ang isang tao sa kanyang may it be business, maybe relationship, kung ano man. Pero in this particular episode, we're gonna just more focus on the business aspect of it, especially sa mga gustong magnegosyo, okay? Hindi ito yung because you think you're not enough or wala kang kapital, wala kang business experience, or hindi ka magaling, ano pa ba yung mga reasons na sinasabi natin, or at least what excuses we're giving ourselves para hindi tayo mag-move on. Hindi yun yung rason guys. In fact, in this episode, I'm gonna tell you na it is mostly tied to your mindset. And the major reason kaya hindi nagsasucceed ang mga taong pumapasok sa negosyo is because of their mindset. Narinig nyo na ba yung 90% mindset, 10% strategic or technical? That is so true. If anything, it's probably more than that. Okay, so in this episode, I'm gonna teach you 5 things that if you don't learn now, it will take you years of struggle before you can even get to the next level. So itong episode na to guys, it will shortcut your learning curve. Okay guys, the number 1 that you must learn is you will feel and become different kapag nagnegosyo kayo. And in fact, you will feel different, you will think differently long before na magnegosyo kayo. Kaya nyo nga pinapasok yung pagnenegosyo kasi nagkaroon na kayo ng mindset shift. May it be na parang hindi na kayo kontento kung nasan kayo, you want more fulfillment, na hindi nyo nakikita yung sarili nyo na 30 years na ginagawa nyo sa 9 to 5. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with becoming an employee. Nothing is wrong with that. But there are people, including myself, nung nagsisimula ako 4 years ago, na, meron tayong gut feeling na even if we try to shut it off at night, hindi tayo pinapatahimik. It's always giving that itch na parang I am meant to be more, na parang gusto nyo pang kumita ng pera, gusto nyong maging, kumita ng pera para sa sarili nyo, para hindi para sa ibang tao. Whatever your reasons may be, you will just be plainly different from the average people. And again, nothing wrong with being average. I'm just talking about sa mga tao dyan na sinasabi nila na parang ang lungkot naman maging entrepreneur. The path to success, I hate to break it to you, it's not a path for many people. And that's also the reason why kokonti lang tayo. Okay? Kokonti lang tayo kasi nakakaroon ng mindset shift yung mga taong yun. And they said actually there's a couple reasons kung bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng mindset shift. Is number 1 is if you're intentional, nagbabasa ka ng libro, hino-hone mo yung personal development. And this is something that you are actively pursuing kasi nakikita mo yung ibang lifestyle ng mga tao. And I feel that's me. Nung 30 years old ako, I've been a nurse for a while. Tapos nakikita ko, I have to work 40 hours a week and more para lang ma-afford ko yung lifestyle na gusto ko. And yet, tinitignan ko yung mga ibang tao ngayon. They can earn money from online. They can earn money from this, from that. So, ang mindset ko noon, kung kaya nila, kaya ko din. Okay? Kasi may pinag-aralan nga ako, nakapagtapos pa ako. And again, this is not to imply that you should have credentials. You don't need to know everything before you start something. Kasi nung nag-bike ba kayo, alam nyo na lahat, guys? No. You learn as you go. Right? Kapag hindi mo alam ang isang bagay and you're uncomfortable about it, you are in the right track, right? So, you will feel different, guys. And unfortunately, sa pagiging negosyante, other people, right, that didn't choose the path, they will project their fears into your dreams. Yan. Sino nagnegosyo dito at sinabi sa friends, sinabi sa parents, sinabi sa kapatid, and they don't have the same mindset, ano agad ang sinabi sa inyo? Nako, risky yan. O kaya, nako, bakit mo iwan yung job mo? High-paying job yan. O, bakit dito ka magaling? Right? They will project their fears into your dreams kasi you are a mirror. Okay? You have to understand this, guys. You are a mirror of the things that they also could be pursuing, but because they are so fearful and they cannot overcome it, they will just project it into someone who is actively pursuing their dreams. Guys, this is very important. Kapag ako nagte-training sa agency ko at yung mga agent ko, hindi nila ma-overcome of fear of starting. Lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila na parang, the resistance is highest at the beginning. So, dun mo talaga dapat labanan. Kasi kapag nag-decide ka na, that's the time that all the buts, right? I wanna do this, but... I want to pursue this, but, right? Once you've decided, that's where the resistance is the highest, okay? You will be different. Kapag chinus mo tong path na to. Ano pa? Ang number one recommendation ko, especially when I'm training my agents sa agency ko, you have to protect your vision. Guys, you have to. There's really no other way. In fact, lahat ng mga brilliant companies right now, they started with an idea, okay? Okay? Kaya meron akong notepad na everywhere I go, lagi kong dinadala. Kapag ako nakakaisip ng mga idea ko, I always write it down. Kasi the sense of you writing things down with your muscle memory, the act of writing it, you seeing it, and then when you manifest it, it actually engraves in your brain. Guys, mahalaga to kasi I find lahat ng tao may idea, but not all of them. In fact, minority of these people, they don't act upon their idea. Remember, everything magnificent right now, grand, right? Lahat ng mga Apple, Google, they all started from an idea. So my recommendation, guys, whenever you think of something that you want to do, you have to protect it with your life, okay? You have to cling into it. You have to believe in your own vision. All right, number 2 realization na nagkaroon ako is you will spend more money than you earn, especially at the beginning. Kasi pag nagnenegosyo tayo, di ba? After all, bakit ba tayo nagnenegosyo? Kasi gusto natin kumita ng pera. Nakalimutan lang natin na when we start business, it's going to be completely opposite. Now, it doesn't matter kung brick or mortar ka or nagtatayo ka ng business online, you will have to spend money more than you will get back. Bakit? Kasi kung hindi ka man nag-i-invest sa equipment, sa tools, sa store, sa product, sa item, well, guess what is the biggest investment you should be putting at the beginning? Invest in yourself. Guys, I think almost 100,000 na yung ginastos ko para sa personal development ko between marketing courses, sales training, personal development. Lumilipad ako sa ibang bansa para lang umattend ng mga convention, para umattend ng different seminars kasi I need those information, right? No one's gonna teach it to me if I don't go after them. So kung kayo yung taong nagnenegosyo at gusto niyo lang simulan tong idea na to without seeking out guidance because you wanna earn money right away, guys, please, it's important that you have this expectation na you will have to spend more than you earn. Obviously, don't irresponsibly spend, diba? That's the reality. You'll have to spend more and it's called investment, okay? Huwag tayo lagi dun sa shiny object syndrome na parang, gusto ko agad kumita ng pera. Hindi to get rich quick. Actually, you have to stay away from those schemes kasi dun kayo na i-scam. Okay? Very, very important to. This is 101 sa business. So, very important to sa business, guys. And no one talks about this. Everybody talks about how much money you can make, how fast you can make it, but no one really tells you na hindi ganun kadali yun. And most of the time, you will spend more than you earn. At least at the beginning if you do it right. Okay guys, the third realization that I want to share with you, it's pretty deep pero bear with me because this is going to be probably by far the most important realization, at least one of the most important realization that I had in the last 2 years at the very least is your identity will be broken before it evolves. Okay? Tagalogin ko yung kung sino kayo ngayon, unfortunately, kailangan niyan mawala. Right? Kailangan niyang mawala. And I'm gonna explain it to you further later. So then, it can give birth to who you're meant to be. O, di ba medyo deep lang siya. Pero kasi ang ibig sabihin ng guys, imagine yourself right now. If you're someone na parang 9 to 5, you hang out with your friends, tapos wala ka masyadong plano sa buhay. And when I say that, ang sinasabi ko is yung parang day-to-day ka lang, 2-week vacation every single year, hang out with your friends on the weekend, maybe watch Netflix, right? And then all of a sudden, gusto mo nang magnegosyo. Imagine your lifestyle right now, Netflix, weekend, eating out, work, 2-week vacation. That version of yourself, guys, it cannot go to the business world. Why? Because it's not someone na kayang mag-handle ng bigger problems. It's not someone na kayang mag-handle ng employees or ng mga colleagues. It's not someone who can solve bigger problems. It's not someone who can solve other people's problem while dealing with your own problem. You hear me on this? Guys, napakahalaga nito. Kasi guys, ang pagiging business owner, you are raising your hand and you're saying na, I am taking responsibility sa mga problema ng taong to kahit na may sarili akong problema. You see, ganun ang definition ko ng business owner. You are a problem solver. So, kapag dinala mo yung sarili mo ngayon and your current lifestyle sa pagnenegosyo, you will not be successful. I'm sorry to say that to you. I hate to break it to you, but you're not gonna be successful, okay? If you need to mourn about your old self, your old habit, babay ka na sa mga weekends mo in the cabin, babay ka na sa late evenings to yourself, magbabay ka na doon. Kasi kapag magko-commit ka na sa business mo, those things are in the past. Those old habits, routine that used to give you freedom, mawawala yan. And if you're not okay giving those up, I'm telling you now, huwag ka na mag-business. Huwag ka na magnegosyo. And here's a tip, guys. The faster you let go of your own self is the faster you become who you're meant to be. O, taray, diba? Totoo yun, guys. Kasi kailangan talagang mag-cease to exist nung old self mo para mag-give birth dun sa tao na kayang sumolve ng problema, kaya maging persistent commitment. Kaya nga, diba, nakakainis naman tayong mga business owner kapag kinakausap natin yung mga friends natin from 5 to 10 years ago. Tapos they talk to us as if we were still the person or the friends that they had back then. Lokohan. I mean, I'm not saying na hindi na kayo pwedeng lokohin or di na pwedeng mag-joke, but like they treat you immaturely na parang, they can still do whatever they want to do to you or call you in random days and time because they simply can, right? Kaya nga, babalik tayo dun sa unang realization, you will feel different, you will outgrow people, and guess what? That is totally okay, right? Kasi iba parang naisip nila na, yung sasabihin pa nila sa'yo na, nagbago ka na. Yes! Yes, I did change. And you didn't. And that's okay, right? I changed, you didn't. That's okay, guys. Let's normalize personal development, self-growth, because it is a thing, especially during our adulting years. Okay? Kaya pag may nagsabi sa inyo na nagbago ka na, naging ganito ka na, you know what? That is a reflection. You are a mirror. Okay? Kaya kasi nasabihin ng ganun kasi you are a mirror of someone they could have been, but because they didn't pursue that path, you are reminding that to them. So yung belief nyo, guys, dapat intact kapag ganun, okay? Kasi isang trait yan ng isang successful business owner. So last point, guys, dito sa realization na to, gusto ko ding sabihin sa inyo na if you're that someone na parang sinasabi nila na ayoko mag-start ng business kasi, risky. O kaya, ayokong mag-try kasi hindi ako yan, right? Or baka layuan ako ng mga tao or, what if I lose this? What if I lose that? Okay? Guys, let me ask you something. Like truly and honestly, look at your life right now. Are you happy? If you're happy, then don't change anything. Okay? Just maybe improve it, right? Always strive to the version of yourself na whatever you define success is. Kasi ang success, guys, hindi yan sa pagkakaroon ng negosyo, that's gonna be another topic for another day. Pero I'm just saying na, relating back to what I'm talking about here, the best time to start a business is actually when you have nothing to lose. So kapag meron kayong naiisip na parang ayoko mag-start dito kasi baka mag-fail ako. Okay, mag-fail ka. And you lose what? You lose nothing, right? Maybe, depending sa capital mo, syempre, depende yan sa business mo. Pero, let's say sa business ko, right? If you start to become an insurance broker, Like, honestly, the downside risk of being an insurance broker is you don't make money. So, lagi ko sinasabi sa agent ko, especially in any kind of sales opportunity, ano ba ang worst case scenario kapag tinry mo itong business na to at nag-fail ka? The failure that you're talking about is just you going back to your regular routine. Okay, pag-work na lang ako. Which is what you're doing right now. Okay? So, yun ang failure sa, at least sa industry na to. Okay, obviously, if you're investing lots of capital, maybe private equity or real estate or nagtatayo ka ng brick and mortar, the stake is higher. But if you're starting a sales opportunity or whatever sa ganong mga industry na, like literally ang barrier of entry is this and your risk of failure is just you not making money and you going back to your regular routine. My goodness, guys. Risk-reward lang tayo. Ang reward mo is uncapped income. Okay? At yung sinasabi mo na ayoko mag-fail is just you not making money and just you doing what you're doing right now. Ito yung mga sinasabi ko sa inyo na it's part of your identity now. And as soon as you say bye, let go, part ways from your old self, from yourself right now that is probably not happy anyway or not making money, not providing to the family the way that you want it at least. Guys, the world is your oyster. Okay? Number 4 that I want to share with you is business, guys, pag nagnenegosyo kayo, it's not about you, okay? Kasi alam ko meron tayong thinking na parang everything that we do, it's about us. Okay? And that's human nature. But good news, guys, business, kapag nagtatayo kayo ng negosyo, it's not about you. But also, that's the reason why it works. Okay? It's about how you reframe these questions sa mga isip natin, okay? And what do I mean by this? Kasi pag nagtayo tayo ng business, lagi nating sinasabi, how can I become this? How can I do this? How can I? Always, how can I? Paano ko ba? Paano ko? Paano ako maging? Paano kung, right? It's all about us. When in fact, ang realization ko nung nagbibusiness ako, lalo na nung nasa financial service industry na ako, OMG, I've been asking the wrong questions all along. The questions that you should be asking, guys, is how could I improve other people's lives? How could I help other people? How could I better other people's, maybe your employee o yung colleague mo? How can I provide value to other people? Guys, kapag ganun nyo in-approach ang business nyo, you have a business. You will become profitable. Okay? You don't even have to try harder. Yan ang na-experience ko. Focus on how to get people results, how to transform other people's lives, how to genuinely care for other people. Okay? Sa mga business owner dyan. Forget about your systems. Forget about all this fancy strategy. Forget about all this. Kung ano man tinuturo sa inyo na guro, forget about that. If your business surrounds around how to truly change other people's lives, you will become successful. Hats off ako dyan because I've seen it happen in my own business. Nung tinigilan ko yung mga ideology ko na, kailangan lagi akong ganito. Kailangan ganito ang perception ng ibang tao sa akin. Nakakapagod kasi, guys, kapag yung thinking nyo is you always care about what other people think about you. Kasi at the end of the day, you cannot control it. Okay? Mawindang lang tayo. Right? Nakakaloka. Pero kung mag-focus lang tayo dun sa mga bagay na nag-i-improve ng mga tao na sinuserve natin, right? Or kung may employees kayo, you focus on them, rewarding them for the good things that they do, and actually how to guide them if they're straying on the path. Guys, dun talaga tayo nag-i-improve. Okay? Kung masasabi ko lang is, when you stop chasing for validation and start delivering real, okay? Totoong value. Hindi lang yung pakeme na may mabigay ka lang pero subpar. Talagang, ako kasi obsessed ako. Every time na go on board ako ng agent ko, ang number one obsession ko is how do I get this person the result that they want? Kung ang gusto nilang sales is makakuha sila ng 6-figure or whatever, focus ako doon. Ang mga idea ko surrounds around other people's success. And then the success, my own success, just follows. Kasi natural yun eh. Ang biggest takeaway ko sa inyo nito is stop caring. Stop caring what other people think about you. You do not matter. I'm so sorry to break it to you guys. And I'm the kind of person na parang I've just had many different failures, business experiences, ups and downs. I've been in the rock bottom. I'll share that with you in maybe in the future. Kaya wala na akong itatago sa inyo, guys. This is me telling you na if you really wanna cut your learning curve and your path to success, ito yung mga hard stuff, yung mga harsh truth na kailangan yung malaman. Okay? Now, please don't get me wrong, guys. I don't want you to cut all your relationship and stop caring altogether. Ang sinasabi ko is protect the relationship that matters to you right now. Whatever matters, your family, parents mo, or whatever, whoever is closest to you and you want to protect your relationship, do that. Any other relationship, guys, especially kapag nagbi-build kayo, that's what you call compromise. Okay? Hindi lahat ng relationship nagmamatter. Okay? Alright guys, last realization na tayo. Ito, alam ko, inabangan nyo to eh. Okay? Magiging controversial to kasi baka marami sa inyo sasabihin ang toxic ko, kaya nagdi-discourage lang ako. Guys, sinasabi ko nga sa inyo, I just wanted to really share with you what truly will help you and not what you want to hear. So if you're that kind of person na parang you don't find value what you're saying, that's okay. That's totally okay. But this is for people na talagang gusto nilang sumakses. Sabi nga ni ate, ang success hindi yan overnight, di ba? Step by step yan, okay? So this is really the core steps that you need to take para maging successful. Number 5, guys, this is the biggest realization. And I learned this the hard way. Kapag nag-start kayo magnegosyo, guys, listen to me. You will fail. Ay, ang toxic ni ate. Grabe. Hindi naman, okay? You will fail. Do not quit. Do you hear me? I wish, guys, somebody told me this nung nag-start ako magnegosyo. Okay? Hindi ako toxic at lalong hindi ko kayo dinidiscourage. Kasi kapag ganito ang mindset nyo, day 1, you will learn how to fall in love with failures. Okay? Of course, ang failures, guys, hindi yan created equally. There's small failures, there's bigger failures, and I'm not here to say na, sige, ano na lang kayo dyan, wag nyo nang gawin yung due diligence nyo, magkamali na lang kayo kasi kahit naman pala gumawa kayo ng tama, gumawa kayo ng mali, or mag-aral kayo, or mag-due diligence kayo, so mag-fail kayo. That's the reality, I'm telling you. But I'm telling you, there are ways to minimize the damage of your failure, like mentorship. We're gonna talk about that kasi nga, di ba? There is abundance of mentors, but there is a lack of proper mentorship. Another thing yan sa business, guys, okay? Pero katulad nun, if you get yourself a proper mentorship, the damage of the failure, right? You're still gonna fail, right? It's not created equally, but you're gonna minimize the damage. But the failure, you'll never be able to run away from. In fact, yan ang number 1 reason ng mga tao. That's the reason why na hindi sila nagpo-pursue ng business kasi they are afraid to fail. May mga iba naman akong kilala na they think they love failures, and yet I look at them and I'm like, you don't really take action because you're afraid of the outcome. You're afraid na walang maging kliyente, or people think negatively about you, or tingin nila desperado ka sa pera kaya ka nagbi-business, right? Kahit sa sinasabi nila na hindi sa takot mag-failure kasi nagbi-business sila, I look at them like, okay, you don't really do what you're supposed to do. Because you are running away from failures. You are afraid that if you do something and it turns out negative, or it didn't give you the result that you want, that you failed. And it's a hard pill to swallow. So pag ang mindset nyo, kinondisyon nyo na papasok ako sa negosyo na to thinking that I'm gonna fail. In some shape or form, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna get myself a proper mentorship so at least I can minimize the damage, not the failure, but the damage of the failure. I can do that rather than just someone na parang bigla na lang, you know, ayoko rin naman na out of the wing, mag-business na lang kayo kahit di nyo na pinag-aralan. What I'm telling you guys here is, it is important. Okay? And here's another thing, guys, na nakikita ko sa ibang tao. They think failure is the opposite of success. Wrong. When you fail, it is a prerequisite to success. It is not the opposite of success. Mga taong pinaka-successful ngayon, they are the people who've had the most failures. Number 1 training yan sa agency ko. The bigger the failure, even though you did everything you're supposed to do right, kapag binabato ka ng failures, it just means something is going to happen. Like something big is going to happen to your business. Sinishape ka lang na, remember your old self, it has to cease to exist. Your former self, it has to cease to exist. It's kind of like gold, di ba? Being refined, being purified. Dahil nga nagkaroon ka ng failures over and over again, you become the person who can handle bigger things. who can solve bigger problems. So the moment you stop thinking that failure is the opposite of success, that's the moment that you're gonna be successful, or at least you start to have a series of little wins while still embracing failures, kasi yun nga yung prerequisite ng mga success na yun eh. Guys, let me ask you something. Ano ba ang natututunan natin sa success? Walay. Wala tayong natututunan doon. Pupurihin lang tayo ng mga tao na nang maliit sa atin dati. You know, yung mga taong hindi ka naman kinausap for the years that that you needed their support the most. Those are people that weren't around you. And then now that you're having all this success, babalikan ka nila. Wala naman talaga tayo nakuha success. Pero sa failure, guys, that's where all the learnings come from. That's where you become more knowledgeable, you make more cautious, you become better person. Guys, embrace failures because it is the number one determinant ng pagiging successful mo is how much failures have you been able to overcome. Okay? There you have it, guys. Ito yung 5 na sana maintindihan nyo, yung core, yung talagang pinaka nuggets na gusto kong sabihin sa inyo kasi kapag ito in-implement nyo sa sarili nyo business, wherever you are in the phase of your life, maybe na gusto nyo magnegosyo o kaya nagnenegosyo na kayo ngayon, pag ito in-apply nyo, you will be successful in no time. Alright guys, I hope you love this video. Pa-like and subscribe naman dyan sa YouTube para maka-reach tayo ng maraming tao. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video.